Alright, so in this video, I'm going to explain my first impressions on living in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. And first things first, I'm going to start with the weather. And I kind of already knew what to expect. This is the Caribbean, so it's hot and humid, which makes walking around very difficult. I bring like paper towels. I got paper towels in my backpacks when I start to sweat too much. But I will say that the one saving grace here is that they have the breeze that comes off the ocean, especially if you're like near the Malecon area and you're walking. There's a ton of breeze, ton of wind, and so that is one thing. But for anybody coming down here, it's blazing, it's humid. This is people were telling me that this is the cool season. So in the summertime, it's actually gonna be hotter. We'll see about that. I may not be here if it gets too hot, but yeah, that's the weather here. Next up, we have the cost of living here in Santo Domingo, and it definitely is a lot more expensive than what I'm used to. I would say due to the exchange rate, you're 2 times richer. You know, for every 100 pesos, it's like $2 American or something like that. But this is the capital, so that's expected. And you also have to keep in mind that this is an island. So there are a lot of things that are imported that drives up the price. But once you've been here for a while, you'll learn where to go and where not to go. For example, when I go eat lunch, I forgot what they're called, but there are these like cafeteria style eateries where you can go and get your rice, your meat, your beans, your vegetables. I don't think it comes with a drink, but you get like a nice meal for 150 pesos, which is like $3. Next up, we have the Spanish here in just the Dominican Republic in general.
Es como que dice cultura, que nosotros desde que vamos creciendo siempre vemos como que lo mismo, cómo se expresan los mayores y como que eso se nos pega. Y a medida que va pasando el tiempo, eso nos va quedando. Y donde quiera que vamos, distinguimos por eso.
Man, they speak a lot faster and they cut off a lot of the words, which I hear is normal just in Caribbean Spanish. So like I hear Cubans do it, Puerto Ricans do it, where they talk really fast. So I think it's just a Caribbean thing, but just in general, man, the velocity here, I gotta get used to it. And since we're on the topic of languages, it surprised me how many people speak English here in Santo Domingo, and they also can understand it. I've been to the malls here before. I've walked around and just hear like random people speak, I'll say Spanglish, all right, where they'll throw in English into their Spanish conversations. And like just even meeting random people on the street, I'll usually ask them, you know, hey, you speak English? And they're like, yeah, and we'll start talking. And then I always ask them, you know, where did you learn? Where did you learn your English? And the number one answer I get is that there's a program here that the government offers. From what I hear, it's free if you're able to get the scholarship. So a lot of people here take advantage of that program they have. It's like a 1-year English course. Also, somebody told me that there's a lot of deportees, I think that's how you say it, deportees here from the US, you know, who were there illegal in New York or whatever, and they got caught and they got sent back here. So you have a lot of those, and they understand English. And then you have the Haitian population that's here, and they speak like 18 different languages, man, and English is one of them. So the English level here is it's a lot more than I expected. And last but not least, I'm gonna finish off with the people. And here's the thing, man. I've met some really cool, down-to-earth Dominicans here in Santo Domingo that I know some. They look out for me if I ever need help. They're like, hey, you want me to go with you? I'm like, no, don't worry, I got it. And, you know, some really cool people. But then I've met like a lot of people who are just rude. You know, you go up to them and you say, hey, you know, good morning or whatever, and they don't even say anything. All right, they just kind of look at you like, what do you want, man? I'm like, damn, bro, I just wanted to buy a bag of chips or something from you. That was it. So I've experienced a lot of extremes here. But with that being said, to be fair, I've also had Dominicans who told me that, look, Santo Domingo is not like, it's not the friendliest of Dominicans. Like, you have to go outside of the capital. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's everywhere in the world. Usually when you go to bigger cities, the people are known not to be as friendly, right? Think New York City, think Bogota, Colombia. They're considered like the rude Colombians. Think Sao Paulo, Brazil. They're considered the rude Brazilians. So I just think due to the lifestyle of larger cities, it's faster, you know, it's more business oriented. You're not gonna really get that friendly vibe. So just as far as Santo Domingo, you know, I'm sure you guys get what I'm trying to say. All right, the Dominicans are friendly, but I think Santo Domingo is not the friendliest part of the island. And then we have the women. Now, this is YouTube, so I'm going to try to be politically correct, but just in regards to Dominican women, man, they're very voluptuous. when I walk outside, I see a ton of just, like from the waist down, it's just magnificent. I'll just put it to you like that. And so far in my travels, I had Rio, Brazil, #1. But right now, I think Santo Domingo and Rio are both at a tie. And to me, the main difference is that the women in Rio, when it comes to the badonkadonks, they're more sculpted, right? I feel like women in Brazil, or women in Rio, before they go to bed, they do like 100 squats. Whereas women here in Santo Domingo is just like homegrown, you know, just beans, rice, and just Caribbean sunshine. So that's, you know, that's my analysis of that. Now keep in mind, this isn't Brazil versus DR. I'm just comparing 2 cities. All right, so the 2 cities, they're at the top, but the voluptuousness here in Santo Domingo is, whew, man, it's, yeah. But with that being said, those are my first impressions on living here in Santo Domingo. I'm probably gonna be here for a minute. We'll see. Like I said, if it gets too hot in the summertime, I may bounce out. But anyways, yeah, I'm getting off track. Like I said, I hope the video has helped you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.